What's going on, everybody? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live, man, yet again. And today we're going to quickly talk about the Rings of Power. Kind of a review, but not really that in depth. Just a very general overlook of it with a couple specifics. So there will be a spoiler or two thrown in there. So that's your warning. We're going to talk about it. Okay, so I'm not a big reader into the series. I've watched The Lord of the Rings. I don't know every city. I can't speak Elvish. I just enjoy it for what it is, right? So, but I am a fan. The Hobbit, not so much a fan, but we can talk about that later. So the Rings of Power, I waited right to the end of it. I waited till it was already over. Unfortunately, the ending, again, the spoilers, of her companion actually being basically the Dark Lord himself, Sauron there is that was kind of already mentioned. I kind of did see that. But yeah, so I was like, okay, whatever. But anyway, so going into the show, I didn't really know what to expect other than I saw a lot of negative reviews on it. There are channels I watch that I usually agree with, like Mahler, Neurotic. There's like a Dave fella from Ireland, Critical Drinker. And they were all just trashing it. But I wanted to see what it was. I just did a video on Black Adam, and I did talk about the reviews kind of influencing people's decisions. So I'm very curious. Overall, I got to admit, I actually didn't hate it. I kind of actually liked it, if anything. I didn't mind some of the characters, like Elrond. They've got the young version of him as an elf. I thought he was fine, and I liked the dwarves and their kind of back and forth. I actually enjoyed that. I had no problem with that. I can't even think of the character name, so don't hate me here. But the black elf that I'm thinking of, I thought he was good. I liked his character. I liked how he mended with the humans. I liked it. There were things I liked about that. So there are things I didn't mind. I thought some of the combat was pretty well done. You can't go wrong. Overall, though, yeah, like aesthetically pleasing, music was good, dialogue, well, that's hit or miss. But man, I just can't stomach. I was out the other night, and people were talking about Galadriel, the main character there, and she is just this tone-deaf character. She comes in with just one emotion, and she can't be wrong. And it just drives me wild. Like, there's nothing, likable about her character. And there's nothing, in my opinion, at all that makes her relatable, in any manner. The Númenóreans, I don't know much about them, by the way. They're basically a group of men, or not a group of men, but a civilization of humans that, kind of inhabit these islands, or island. And I don't really know anything about them. So this was the first chance I got to hear about them. Same as the previous Dark Lord. They don't even really explain much of that, and I didn't know anything about him. But yeah, so I wasn't really feeling their whole plot line. There's a lot of little things that I would nitpick. Like the queen there going blind, 1 second, she didn't want anyone to know, and then 2 seconds later, she's got a big blindfold over her eyes, so everyone knows. Galadriel, jumping off someone's sword and killing a cave troll was ridiculous. And when someone shot an arrow at her and she was on horseback and flew off the horse, but stayed on it and then cut the orc's head off, I was just crying, laughing. The volcano exploding and no one dying, and then her and the young fellow, I don't even know his name, the kid, they just run in the opposite direction, but yeah, everyone's screaming for help. I didn't understand it. I don't even know what it was. The second episode, she jumps off the boat because she doesn't want to go to their basically Valhalla. I just forget the name. Don't worry about it. But yeah, she jumps off the boat and just sits there in the ocean. And I was like, dude, isn't she gone? You can't swim that. It's an ocean. You can't make it back. They're not invincible. I don't know. So I don't really know, man. The Harfoots I thought were just extremely annoying. But maybe that's just me also. I'm not really into that. I like the Hobbits because they weren't overly annoying. But yeah, I really think the Harfoots are just annoying, and I know a lot of reviews are saying that it's kind of an oxymoron that 1 minute they want to leave people behind and then they don't want to leave people behind, but then they will leave people behind. It's I don't really understand what's going on there at all. I can't answer that. But yeah, so I think overall, it's actually, I don't think it's really that bad of a show. Could the acting or dialogue be a little bit better? Yeah, maybe. Could the plot move along a little quicker? Probably. Could the last episode have been 2 episodes and really expand on things? Absolutely. What's his name? Isildur, right? But Junior. He get he gets killed in a burning house, And I was just laughing. I was like, we didn't even really get to know this guy. Like, there's no reason that I would want to get to know that character. And he just perishes. And it's like, all right. I just, I don't understand that. But I'm not mad at some of the things. Like I said, I really like the dwarves. And we haven't really got to see Dwarven Kingdoms. So, I mean, that's pretty cool to see that on the screen. I mean, yeah, technically The Hobbit, but I mean, that was just a CGI mess. And it actually looked really good. I think, like, overall, I don't think the show's actually that bad, but I don't think it's also, like, anything, like, top tier. It's not, I don't think it's something, like, I would be, like, gleefully rewatching all the time. But there probably are a few clips in there that I wouldn't mind clicking back to. But there wasn't anything that made me, like, go wow or anything like that. So, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not technically a critic. I'm just another viewer. So, I'd probably be, like, I'd probably be a good, like, 50-50 with it. I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it. But, like, I was just kind of neutral. It's whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you watch Rings of Power. I don't think it's that bad, so go check it out. That's basically all we needed to say. So, all right, take it easy. Nick Daniels, peace. Peace.